Hello, hello. I hope this video, as always, finds you doing well. This really is an introduction to another small video series that I'll be doing related to drumroll self care. Yes, the buzz trend words that are of late in terms of people hearing it everywhere. Maybe even so much so that you're like, oh my goodness, if anyone else tells me anything more about self care, I might scream. But it's a train that I'm willing to ride until the wheels fall off, willing to wave the flag until forever, as is something that we really just need so very much. I read a small article, I think it was on LinkedIn 2 or 3 weeks ago. The man who wrote it, I don't remember his name, but he was mentioning that our vacationing, going on vacations, if you will, only does so much. Especially if we are not in our daily living having small breaks, small pause times. You know, you go on vacation and there are these major breaks that you have, which are great, but then you go back into your daily activity. And if you're not stopping throughout your daily activity, what does that do for your well being? Because you're in your daily activity more than you're on vacation. And then maybe around that same time, ran into an article that the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, wonderful entity. I'm kind of biased because that's where I got my health coaching certification. But they shared an article about several different ways to implement self care. I, of course, will provide a link for that. So if you want to check that article out and have it to refer back to, you'll have a way to do so. But I wanted to share a video on each of those items, and then let you know how I'm exercising to incorporate that into my daily living, because I'm definitely in the trenches with you all. So that way you have another item to pick up, if you will, to add to your tool belt. And certainly, if there's something that you're doing, I want you to share that, because you might be further along than me in some area. And to start, the first item is actually to drink more water. Who among us doesn't know that they need to drink more water? But it's one of the things that evades many of us in terms of our regularly partaking of it. Probably, if you're in the United States, almost anywhere that you live right now in the month of July, it's hot. So when you step outside, there is a reminder to drink more water. Being in South Texas, that time of year is most times of year, but especially in the summer months. And so we know from a very young age, if you will, from biology class, that most of our body, or at least over half of it rather, is composed of water. And so we need to regularly be consuming water to take care of that. A book that I ordered recently, I'm looking forward to it. Years ago, found it on my parents' shelf, and then went back to go look for it last week and couldn't find it. The name of the book is called You're Not Sick, You're Thirsty. And basically, the premise of the book, as I read through it, I'll share some nuggets with you. But basically, the premise of the book is that many of the ailments that we experience, both on a smaller front as well as on a larger front or scale, are because we're not drinking enough water, and our body will let us know that in a number of different ways, even as small as we know as a minor headache. And so, if we know we need to drink more water, why don't we? Well, one of the major reasons, at least for a good number of people, is that water is too plain. Some people feel like, Dayla, I'm trying to live my best beverage life out here, and I can't do that drinking water. And I get it. Like, I'm a big beverage person. Iced chai tea latte, sweet peach tea, green iced tea. I mean, you name it, raspas, I'm down for it. So I get it. And but we need the water. And so I wanted to share one item with you that I have been doing in the last few days is actually adding frozen fruit to my water. So it's pretty nice because obviously it acts as the ice, if you will, to chill my water. And then of course adds some flavor to the water as well. So I just purchased a bag of frozen fruit, obviously leave that in the freezer and then drop it into the water. There you go. So another option for you in terms of making drinking water more appetizing, if you will. For some of us, drinking water is no big deal. For others of us, we're like, can I have anything else? But we need it. And so I wanted to share with you a way to get that water intake in. I'd love to hear finally below what it is that you do to make sure that you drink your water, or if you know, hey, Dayla, I don't drink enough water. This is some great information. Share whether you are drinking enough water and some ways that you mix it up, or know that, okay, I'm not drinking enough water, but hey, I'll go ahead and implement that. Definitely, as always, would love to hear from you all. And please keep an eye out for the next set of videos.